was looking at my hair.
It looks fine.
It's just long. I didn't do anything. I just started doing that. Hey, how are you guys doing?
Hi.
So Tilda has been enjoying the cooking with Rev stuff that we've been doing.
Yeah.
And wanted to show you guys how to do the chili she makes, and it's like what did it say, like 9 degrees Celsius, which is
You're pointing it directly at the light, which probably
sorry.
doesn't look
Sorry.
good.
Tall people problems. We can do the little trick.
That works.
There we go. So it's like 9 degrees Celsius today, which is low 40s in American.
Yeah, I think it's like 50 right now.
Yeah.
50 degrees Fahrenheit.
Yeah. So chili's good for a cold day.
Mm-hmm.
So this is your recipe?
Yeah, it's a recipe I stole from a job that I literally blacked out of my memory because it was that bad.
Right.
But anyways, I stole a recipe because it's good.
Okay. So
First thing.
and then you got everything together?
Mostly.
Okay, cool. I don't know. So I guess aprons?
Yeah. What apron should we wear? We've got 3 options.
Oh, well, we gotta show them.
We got an option.
Okay, so we got the skeleton one.
And who should wear what?
Here, you hold that.
Skeleton.
we
It must
got-
be a lot shorter.
Cooking utensil one. You made all of these, yes?
The skeleton one came from my parents.
Oh, okay. And then last one is just kind of spooky skeletons.
Party skeleton.
Party skeletons. It's going to be a minute before everyone files in, so chat's going to be a bit slow for a minute.
That's okay.
Love those. Big skeleton or lots of skeletons. So I think that narrows it down to the 2 skeleton ones. So
Okay.
put this one away. And then can you even wear that one, or is it too big?
It's got drawstrings so it can fit anybody.
I think
So
this
does
one's
this
already
one.
set for you, right?
I don't know.
Here, I'll switch with you. I can be the big skeleton. Spooky, scary skeletons. Okay. Alright, cool. Thank you. Alright. Where's my notification? I think I tweeted out, but if you mean Twitch, they just do whatever. Tad, bit quiet? I'm sorry, yeah. Just make sure to speak up, because the mic doesn't pick up anything.
Yeah, a cut on your mouth. Right.
Oh, don't
Yeah.
worry about it.
Okay.
Okay, so what are we doing first? What do we got here?
Okay, so you want to show off?
Yeah, let's show off what we got. So you've already preheated the oven to 375.
Yep.
And then you got, what is this, chicken broth?
Yep. Chicken
Okay.
broth.
And
There's
2 cups of chicken.
2 cups of chicken broth.
Okay. Then you got
Some diced
canned tomatoes.
Kidney beans.
Some whatever red wine,
Red wine.
but it's a sweet red wine.
Cheap sweet red wine.
And then you got more diced tomatoes.
Yeah.
Okay, it's just a different brand. Okay. And then what are these 2 here?
Sugar and chili powder.
Sugar and chili powder. About how much is that?
It's 1.5 tablespoons of chili powder and about 2.5 tablespoons of sugar.
Okay. Okay. They're just filing in.
Okay.
Okay. So what's step 1?
Okay.
What are we? Or I guess step 2 at this point.
So, step 1. That's not all of the stuff. Some of it's like in the freezer.
Okay.
So step 1 is
Obviously we need like chicken or.
Right. So step 1 is actually chicken.
Okay. So you we had frozen chicken. You heated it up so that way. Or no, this is just regular chicken.
Yeah.
Right?
I just thawed it out a little.
Okay.
So step 1 is get the chicken ready.
Okay.
I can go around.
Okay.
So pan with tin foil.
Just so you don't have to try and peel it off later.
Right. I'm just gonna use spray oil, olive oil.
Olive oil.
Yep. So it doesn't stick. And then we're gonna put the chicken in. There's still a little bit frozen, but that's okay. It doesn't need to be fully thawed.
Sure.
Just enough so when we put spices on, I'm gonna rinse my hands off. So that way when we put spices on the chicken, it actually like sinks in.
Right. So right now we're just doing it kind of like
Yeah.
raw.
Yeah.
And then just cooking it so that way it's cooked.
Yeah.
Got it. And then more olive oil on top just to make sure it cooks good.
Just a little bit for flavor.
Okay.
And then the chicken you're just going to keep really simple.
Right.
So a little bit of black pepper.
A little bit of black pepper. Pancakes? That sounds good. Hey, Bro Bold.
Pancakes.
What are we sharing? Tilda is showing us how to make
Chicken chili.
That looks good.
So just salt and pepper. I like to use sea salt.
Sea salt here?
Yeah.
Cool.
And you don't need a ton of it. Just enough.
We're spraying olive oil.
You can use just regular olive oil too. It's the same thing. It's just a little bit easier to manage.
Right.
And
We're having an American moment. They're like, what is that?
It's olive oil. It's just like...
Yeah. It's just easier to use than the bottled stuff.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
And then we're just going to... There's 2 cups of chicken broth. You're just going to pour it directly into...
2 cups of chicken broth.
Oh, it's like a lot.
Yeah, it's aerosol just to make your life a little bit easier. Just, yeah,
and
it's
you're
Pam,
breathing
basically.
a little bit worse.
Yeah.
It's a little bit too much broth, but that's okay.
Okay, so maybe a little bit less broth than your own personal version
Yeah,
of this.
if you're going to add more chicken, I think that recipe calls for more chicken.
It's been a minute since you've made this, right?
This is also like a recipe, like I said when we started. I got this recipe from a place that I worked at, and there was never any like formal written down recipe. Every time we made it at this cafe, it was always slightly different, but this is what I remember. Some of this broth will kind of evaporate out, so it's not going to be a huge deal.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's okay if it's a little on the soupy side because we're about to make chili with it, so whatever.
Yeah, and we're going to save the like broth for later. So the oven is preheated to 375, which is in Celsius 1 something.
Hot. Turn your oven on and make it warm. I don't know what it is in Celsius.
I think it's like... I'm cheating because I'm looking at something else. So 375 degrees Fahrenheit, like I think it's 200 degrees Celsius.
Sure.
I could be wrong. I'm probably
It's
wrong.
on the lower end of what you turn your oven to.
Dude.
Ooh, still hot.
Yeah, it's warm.
Hey Android, how you doing? Pingal.
Okay, so we're just going to put that in there for like 20 to 30-ish minutes, depending on how fast the chicken cooks.
Why though? Nope, that's pretty much all the context that's there. It's just a funny word I made up.
Okay. Alright, so while that's cooking, we're going to start on the chili base.
Right.
So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to cut this onion up.
Okay.
So I'm just going to use a yellow onion.
Yellow onion?
Yeah. It's not sweet, it's just yellow.
Based on what? Chad is based.
I like to keep the bag.
Right, makes things easier for getting rid of the extra stuff.
Yeah. So I'm going to cut those off. I'm not a professional chef, I just play one on TV. Okay.
You're adorable.
Peel that off. Okay. So this onion has a weird like mark on the skin, so I'm just going to peel off this next layer too.
I hate cutting onions, they make me cry real bad. So apparently you were telling me that if you open your mouth while you're cutting onions, the fumes or whatever it is goes to your tongue rather than to your eyes because it seeks out moisture.
Yeah, so it's just like soft tissue gets affected by the onion. You can also rinse it off. Which is what I do.
And you can also rinse it off. Okay.
I mean, that's just what I do.
Android likes your shirt.
Cute. Okay, I'm gonna just deal with 1/4 or 1/2 of it first.
Can you adjust the volume? We can't really.
I'll talk louder. I'm sorry. I'm a little nervous.
Aw. Well, it's been a bit, because, I mean, like, we're not going to have chili in the middle of 120-degree summer.
Yeah, I legit don't remember the last time I made chili, but I knew it was going to get cold, and it doesn't get cold very often in Texas. So, yeah. Okay. So I just cut the onion in half, and I'm just going to cut it down into smaller chunks.
Do you want me to do this, and you can hold the camera?
No, I got it.
Okay.
Why am I doing that?
No, just... I
Um,
feel like I'm just, like, standing here and not helping. I guess I'm helping by holding the camera and
Yeah.
answering chat. Halloween is, like, kind of all the time in our apartment. We don't, like, stop doing Halloween.
And we don't start other holidays. So,
Right, exactly.
there's only Halloween. And then different flavors of Halloween. You've got red and white Halloween. You've got red, white, and blue Halloween.
Sure.
Herman singing a song.
Herman, what are you talking about?
Okay.
Who knows?
So the onion doesn't have to be super small.
Okay.
It just needs to be like, diced-ish. Okay.
Okay, and that was half the onion.
That's
Are you going to
half
do
the
the other
onion.
half, or do you...
I'm gonna see what it looks like when it's in the pot.
Okay.
So
And then the pot is over
yeah,
here.
you want to have a big pot for the base because you're gonna actually fill up the pot pretty high. So we're gonna put. I got all this prepped because I was nervous.
Oh, you're adorable.
2 tablespoons of butter.
Okay.
So you want to use butter and not oil.
Butter, not oil.
And this is just salted butter. You can
Salted butter.
You can use unsalted butter if you want, but that's what we have.
And that was 2 teaspoons?
No, that's
Tablespoon.
2 tablespoons.
Okay.
It's kind of like a generous amount.
Yeah.
And we're gonna melt that, and we're gonna put the onions directly into that.
What if I use palm oil?
Palm oil? I mean, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, this recipe just like I said, every time I've made it, it's slightly different, and every time we made it at the cafe that I worked at, it was always slightly different. So
Sure.
sometimes we use salted butter, sometimes we use unsalted butter, sometimes we change the amount of chili powder or sugar or wine,
Sure.
for instance. So we're gonna put that on like a medium-ish heat
Right.
and let that melt. I felt really fancy scooping this out, so.
Looks like ice cream.
I know.
Forbidden ice cream.
Ugh. Forbidden ice cream.
The Paula Deen diet.
Very exciting.
Do you brown your butter?
Do I brown it? No.
I don't know what that means. I don't think that's a thing you do with butter, right?
It is. But
It is? Okay.
It is, but that's not what I'm going to do with this.
Okay.
And then I'm going to get melted, and then I'm going to put the onions in. And also, the chili can change depending on what order you put things in. So, for instance, if you put the chili powder and sugar in first before you put in the wine, that can change the taste. So,
Oh, that's wild.
yeah.
So you have to put it in the right order, not only just the right ingredients.
Yeah, so it can change the taste depending on which order you put things
Hey,
in.
Butilda. How you doing?
Happy! I'm making chili. And this looks like forbidden soup now.
Yeah, I mean,
It's getting there.
it's getting there. You want to put the chili powder in early to make it fragrant. I trust Tilda on whatever she's doing right now,
Yeah.
because every time she cooks,
So I
it's
find
amazing.
that, yeah, if I put the onions in, they should.
you actually don't need to backseat at all for this stream, because she actually knows what she's doing. If I'm the one that's like doing all the work, then yeah, like backseat the hell out of me. But Tilda knows what she's doing. So you melted the butter down to the point that you could actually not
Yeah.
see it really anymore, and then you
Yeah.
put the onions in.
So it should be sizzling soon. Is the point. Yeah. So I'm going to put the chili powder in once the onions start to get a little bit translucent.
Mhm.
And then I'll follow with sugar and the red wine. For red wine, I find that you want to use something sweet.
Right. So you just got like the cheap
Like,
sweet stuff that we can get like a
Yeah.
4-pack of at the store.
Yeah. Or just, whatever red wine you have on hand. I haven't tried it with red wine vinegar, which is a thing you can do. And you can also try it with white wine.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have access to wine, you could try the red wine vinegar.
Red wine vinegar, just that way you don't have to worry about being 21.
Yeah.
Got it. Do you want to switch with me for a second so you can like wipe your eyes or wash your hands? The onions are making you cry a bit? Okay, here, switch with me. I'll stir these guys around. I can do this. I've done this before.
Slap it around in a pot.
Yeah, I got it. You two are quite quiet. Can you connect headphones to the mic?
I can just talk louder. I'll talk louder. I'm sorry.
Tilda's just very soft-spoken. I'm also like 10 miles above her in the air.
Yeah.
Now, we went to the store earlier and there was this dude and he had shoes that were like, I don't know, like this thick, like 3 or 4 inches thick. And he was still like about Tilda's height. Yeah, so I'm probably at a decent level because I think the mic is like, the mic is less than a foot away from me. I need to probably stand closer to her while she explains stuff. That's why I'm kind of repeating everything you're saying, just that way I'm sure everyone hears. I'm sorry, it kind of spins because I only have one hand to hold on to it.
It's fine. I'm just trying to peek and see how it's looking. Trying to decide if we need more onion or not. I don't think so. What do you think?
I think it's fine.
Okay. Yeah. So sometimes I use a full onion. Sometimes I use half an onion or 3/4 of an onion. It kind of depends on the size of the onion. So the other onion is just going to go in the fridge.
Okay, so we only need half an onion on this one.
Yeah.
And this makes quite a bit. Like, this is enough for like several days worth of food for the two of us.
Yeah.
We are using garlic cloves or minced garlic?
We're not using garlic at all.
There's no garlic at all.
No. No,
Okay.
no garlic.
No garlic.
No garlic. Okay. Boop.
Okay.
So once it starts to look like soft onion, then you're going to put in, so this is,
No garlic.
no garlic.
Garlic does smell good, so maybe in a separate pot, grill up some garlic and then throw it away. That way it smells like you're cooking.
No garlic.
Okay.
So this is 1.5 tablespoons.
1.5 tablespoons of chili powder.
Okay. And you get that mixed up really well.
I'm not ignoring chat. I never ignore chat.
To be honest, I don't think I've ever had chili that ever had garlic in it. I don't think garlic in my opinion, I don't think garlic and chili really go together. I could be wrong, but I have not had chili that's had garlic in it.
It would kind of not taste great in this version of it.
Okay.
So you just mixed it in, made sure that it was like all kind of evenly dispersed through.
Yeah, okay. So we're going to hold off on the sugar
Okay.
for right now. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to add the red wine.
Okay,
I
time
don't
for
need to
red
shake
wine.
this. That was probably not smart. So the red wine is it's kind of eyeballed the way
Okay.
that you do it.
You eyeball how much red wine you need.
Right. So the other thing with cooking with red wine, if you're not aware, just saying this for people's,
Sure.
you're not going to get drunk from your food.
Right.
So
It cooks out all the alcohol.
it does.
That being said, you should drink some more.
Drink it?
I mean, so you're gonna kind of eyeball how much you're gonna add.
Yeah.
So whatever you don't use, we can just drink.
Yeah. Probably.
And that kind of works with like any time you cook with alcohol, right?
I don't cook with it that often because I don't like alcohol. So,
Sure.
that would be a better question for a chef. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make sure that the chili powder is kind of like dissolving, and you can kind of smell if you smell the alcohol.
Yeah.
If you added too much, you're gonna smell a ton of it. So you should only be able to smell it like faintly, if that helps. And I used only a little bit of this bottle.
Okay.
So
Right.
you really don't need a whole lot. That's why I'm saying, like, if you're gonna cook with wine, and you don't drink, it's better to just buy the little cheapy,
like this guy here.
Yeah.
Now, how much is in this normally?
We can look that up later.
Okay. But half a bottle, and the bottle is like smaller than a Coke, which doesn't help non-Americans.
It's just a very small amount of red wine. Okay.
And I'm gonna go. Someone was asking whether or not the chili powder has garlic in it, so I'm gonna go check that real quick.
I don't know.
Is this the chili powder? Nope.
The chili powder is over there. I don't remember chili powder having. Chili pepper, salt, spices.
It does have garlic. There you go.
I guess so.
But very little garlic, so it's all right.
I guess, like, that's why I've never had chili that's had extra garlic, I guess is the thing.
Is it safe to eat chili while driving? Not recommended. As that it is a bit of a messy food, and
So I'm gonna add the sugar now. So this is 3 tablespoons of sugar.
3 tablespoons of sugar.
Which seems like a lot, but it'll be fine. It kind of balances the spiciness of the chili.
I don't have any ill will against garlic. Neither of us do.
No.
They're memeing at this point.
No.
They're like, oh, big win for garlic.
Y'all are being weirdos.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, that's chat. Out of curiosity, do we have a blender? No idea.
No.
Okay.
Why? Why do we need a blender?
Dunno.
Yeah, we don't. We had a blender, but it was trash.
Oh, yeah, we did.
Okay.
Food processor? I don't
No.
think so, no.
That
I don't
would be
really need-
nice.
yeah.
I would like one, but we don't have one. Okay. So now I'm gonna turn the heat down.
Okay.
To like let it simmer, and it should look like that. Oh. And it'll be very fragrant. So the next thing we're gonna add to this is we're gonna add the diced tomatoes.
Diced tomatoes.
Um,
Hey, Crazy, how you doing?
and you could also use, thank you.
You're welcome.
You could use crushed tomatoes. I'm just using plain ones. The only thing that's in this is just tomatoes and tomato juice.
Sure.
There's nothing, it's not like the,
Any
I think it's like
specific
Rotel.
reason to use canned over fresh?
because we're gonna actually use the juice.
Oh, okay. So we
So-
really need the juice.
Yeah.
Okay, got it.
So when I worked at the cafe, we would get like big industrial cans, and the juice is actually, you're just gonna pour it directly in. The juice kind of like fills it out as well.
Sure. It's also annoying to make diced tomatoes. That's true. Hi, kitties.
Oh, you heard a can.
Yeah, it's not that can. I'm sorry.
You don't even like tuna. You don't even like tuna, Herman. Abby likes tuna. Herman doesn't like tuna.
They heard can and they were like, yo, what's up?
Dump it directly in.
Just gonna steal these from you.
Is this giving you flashbacks to Coke?
What?
To opening Coke? You knew what I meant.
No, I didn't. I was very confused for a minute.
You forgot, you blacked out the fact that you opened a can of Coke.
No,
with
I
a
didn't
can
not.
opener?
No.
Okay. You thought I was talking about you doing Coke?
Yeah, no.
Okay.
I remember having that conversation with your mom. Where, yeah, I was like, yeah, I can't really get going in the day unless if I have a Coke, Like later on in the day, if I need, a pick-me-up, just grab some Coke.
Yeah.
And she was like, what?
Yeah, so
And that's...
in New York, you say soda like a normal person.
Sure.
And in Texas, everything that is carbonated is Coke.
Except for Sprite and ginger ale.
And Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper's still a Coke.
Okay.
But, you know, more specifically, you need a Coke.
Okay.
Or a Dr. Pepper, yeah.
Alright. So that's what we got going on. If you don't, you can use one big can and one small can instead of 3 small cans. That's what we got from the store.
Sure.
So, yeah.
And what was the question earlier? Why did I use a can opener on a Coke? You know, to watch the world burn. Just to fuck with people some. It was at a convention. It was also the Twitter or the YouTube ad that got banned that I couldn't.
Oh,
they said it was like too violent, I think.
Alright, I'm gonna turn the heat back up just to like.
It was just a Coke.
Yeah, like a can of soda.
I did post that video. It's like the video that was too spicy for ads or something like that.
Yeah.
Or YouTube.
Yeah. Okay. So the next thing we're gonna add is kidney beans.
Kidney beans. Oh, are we gonna swap places?
Yeah. So I'm
Okay.
gonna go around you. Okay. Alright, I'm gonna set this here because also I'm not gonna make beans. It's easier to just get a can of beans.
Right. Sure.
Because if you make your own beans, you have to let it set for like 24 hours. And, who has time? Okay. So when you get beans, they always look disgusting because they're in some sort of preservative. So
Right.
strain it out.
Right. Because we don't want the juice from that. Because that's gross as hell.
Yeah.
Okay. Got it.
And then I'm gonna
Brains.
and then I'm gonna rinse them out. Okay, rinse them out real good because I think that juice is gross.
Okay.
It smells like a fart now. Okay.
So you could just make these by yourself, or you could just skip an entire step of working and cooking and just get a can.
And you can add more beans if you like your chili with lots of beans. I know some people don't like beans in their chili at all. One person I know doesn't like beans in their chili at all.
But it's nice for the texture, personally.
Yeah, I like it.
To kind of mix it up a bit.
Yeah. I'll turn that up a little bit more. Okay. And then the other thing I like to add is
Corn? So you got some frozen corn.
Yeah. Again, you can use canned corn. You just want to drain it like you did the beans. You don't necessarily need to rinse it, but you do need to drain it. And if you get canned corn, make sure it's not cream of corn because that's something completely else. Okay.
Hogbot is excited about the corn.
So
no juice but tomato juice.
No juice but tomato juice, and we're gonna use the broth, which we haven't gotten to yet.
Okay.
It's still cooking.
Right.
So this is a pound of corn. We're not gonna use the entire pound of corn.
Okay.
We're gonna use like about either quarter to like half of.
Quarter to a half a pound.
Yeah.
Again, this is a vibe check.
Yeah.
Cool. Chili purists are clutching their pearls. Well, they can enjoy their shit-ass chili.
Well, it's non-traditional chili.
Okay, well, you're
It's
the
not-
best, and therefore your chili is the best, because it is.
Well,
So
to be honest, I don't like chili.
Yeah.
I like this, but I don't like ground beef chili. That is nasty.
Sure.
And I'm probably gonna get in a fist fight with somebody about it, but that's not my thing.
It's okay, I'll kill them.
Sir, why are you in jail?
Someone insulted my wife's chili. So really good I get the corn in there so that way I actually like
Yeah.
melt or,
Melts.
thaws. Yeah,
Melt the corn into your chili and then make people cringe.
sure.
It's very colorful chili.
It is. It's got like a really nice like color.
Okay. So now we just need to wait for the chicken.
We got 9 minutes on that.
So this is pretty much letting it heating up the beans, heating up the corn.
And at some point you did turn up the heat again? I'm sorry.
It's at medium. I said so.
Okay.
Yeah. I turned it down when I was adding the wine, so that way it wouldn't all burn out.
Right.
And then I left it down when I added the tomatoes, and then I turned it back up once the tomatoes were all added.
Gotcha.
I was trying to do it like a refresher because I haven't made this and I don't have it written down.
Right.
And there's some weird chili out there.
Oh yeah, no, people do weird stuff with their chili because it's like one of those things that it's like, oh, well, have you tried so-and-so's chili? And they're like, yeah, no, I put chocolate in it. And it's like, you lunatic. What is wrong with you?
You can also put chickpeas in this chili. Or I guess they're also called garbanzo beans.
Sure.
If you want to. You can put black beans in it if you want to. You can basically put like whatever you want into it. The corn kind of adds to the sweetness that the red wine added.
Sure.
So it kind of complements each other.
Got it. So we got 7 minutes to just kind of like chill until the chicken's done?
Let's see.
Okay.
A little bit so it can cook faster.
Got it. So you've turned it up just for the sake of time.
Just to speed things up, because who's gonna want to watch us just boiling chili?
Sure. Well, I mean, every other time we've done this, we've done like Q&As.
Yep.
Ask questions, chat, because we got some amount of time until the...
Yeah, I'll clean up in the meantime. And if you save the bag, you have something to throw it in. Da da da.
Da, da, da.
Awesome. Surprise.
Surprise? What is this? There's a surprise? I don't know about this.
Biscuits!
Oh!
To go with chili. No. You gonna eat it now? You want one?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Just because it's you and you're cute. I should try that wine. Oh yeah, while we have the time, I can look at what the wine is. There is 187 milliliters per bottle.
187 milliliters per bottle. What a weird amount.
I guess it would say on the side of it too.
I couldn't find it on the side of it, but we used about a quarter of that. So,
yeah.
How's the second episode of The Last Resort going? We'll be doing it this next Thursday. So that way it doesn't conflict with the charity we're doing at the end of the month or Thanksgiving. So it's coming along. I think I've got everything situated. I just need to do a little bit of how's it taste?
It's very sweet. It's okay. I think it would taste better chilled. Which it says you can chill it.
Sure. The kitties did leave. I don't know where they went.
They got bored because they didn't get canned. It wasn't for them.
I think they realized it was not can.
Abby's on the couch. Where's that? No.
The audio is a little on the quiet side. Is it just me or is the audio a little quiet? Sorry. We're trying to speak up. You don't have a lot of options on like volume settings on the mobile version of Twitch. Yeah. So. Oh, good. The Pog emoji is back to normal.
What? It was broken?
No, it was like for God of War.
Oh.
It was dumb.
Cook faster, damn it. Cook faster! So I'm going to turn this down because it's starting to boil. And we don't need it to boil. Yeah, typically the chicken doesn't take this long. It could be taking longer because there's extra broth in it. Did you want to try it?
Yeah, sure. I'll try some in a sec. I got biscuit in my mouth. Oh wow, yeah.
It's very sweet.
Yeah, I couldn't see myself like drinking it just by itself. Maybe if it was chilled, like you said.
Yeah, I think
But
it
it
was.
is a sweet red wine.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the fridge.
Okay. Yeah. So. Again, if you don't like to drink wine, just getting the little bottle of it is fine.
Yeah. That saves for a while. I mean, it's wine.
Yeah.
If someone said you two were okay, I'm afraid of answering questions that could be used to turn us into furries.
Oh. If what? What's the question?
It's Minmo Cat Foods in chat.
If you were cat colored,
Yeah, what color cats would we be? Is what they're asking.
I think I'd be like Momo colored.
Like kind of a dusty, like.
She's a dilute tortie.
Right. She looked like a dust bunny.
She looked like a dust bunny. She had very like tangerine, orange, and gray. I wouldn't be a furry, so
No.
Momo. I love Momo. She's a good girl.
She was.
What else? Yeah, I stole this recipe from a cafe I worked at. I said that like 7 times.
Sure. And then the cafe shut down because it was kind of in the middle of nowhere.
It was in a business park that was kind of in the middle of nowhere. Yeah, it was very weird. It was very like.
The time I came to visit, it did feel kind of like.
You had to like know where it was.
Right.
And.
I was just saying, like, speak towards the camera.
Oh, sorry.
You're good.
You had to know where it was in order to like find it.
Mm-hmm.
Lunch rush. So we listened to like satellite radio, and every lunch rush, we listened to the same station, and they would always play freeform jazz.
Oh.
During lunch rush. Yeah, this was up in New York. So they play freeform jazz during lunch rush, which sounds like somebody falling down a flight of stairs.
It's not your favorite.
Hitting record and playing an instrument. Let's see.
You like jazz?
I like jazz. You're gonna hate this. It's getting there. I think it needs like another few minutes. Maybe like 3.
Freeform jazz is not my thing.
No.
I
know that there's a time and place for it, but I haven't figured out where and when that is.
Sure. Yeah.
But yeah, so that's part of I've blacked that whole place out. But this is one of the things I remember making.
This was really good.
Yeah.
So, I don't know if it was worth the trouble, but we got chili out of it, so that's good. And like I said, like, this makes a lot. Like, this is going to be way more than either of us are going to eat in one sitting.
No, but it's perfect for, like, cold weather food, and it's relatively cheap. Like, all of the ingredients are relatively cheap.
Mm-hmm.
I think the most expensive thing you're going to be buying is probably the chicken.
Right. Everything else you could probably get at the dollar store.
You can't get wine at the dollar store. What dollar store are you going to get wine at?
You shouldn't get
dollar store wine. You shouldn't get dollar store wine.
Yeah.
The wine was like, I think that 4-pack was like $6.
Sure.
And I think a pack of chicken, like boneless chicken, is like 10.
Yeah.
Or something, or more, so depending.
$20-ish to make the food.
Yeah.
Give or take a bit.
Yeah, about $20.
And it's enough for, I don't know, like, I'll munch on it for about a week.
Yeah, it lasts us a few days. So yeah.
What is your favorite dessert to make?
Mine to make?
Yeah.
Pumpkin cheesecake.
Pumpkin cheesecake. Oh man.
I know. It's
Your
so
pumpkin
good.
cheesecake is so good.
It's really good, but it's a lot of work. But it's so good. The recipe I have makes like 2 pies.
Mm-hmm.
So usually I don't know if it's a pie or a cheesecake. It's kind of that weird.
This one is actually a weird situation because it's kind of halfway between the two.
Yeah.
It is pie shaped. but yeah.
Yeah. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the chicken out.
Right.
And I'm gonna drain the broth into the
stuff.
the chili.
Right.
And we don't have to drain all of it into it. We can drain some of it. But yeah.
Again, this is a vibe-based thing on how much you're going to be pouring.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably a little bit less than what we really expect because you thought you put maybe too much broth in.
Yeah. You can also use water if you don't have broth.
Right.
At the cafe, sometimes we just didn't have broth, so we'd use water, and it turns out fine.
Sure.
Because it's soaking up some of the chicken juices anyways.
Right.
We just happen to have broth, so I'm going to use broth.
Gotcha.
Okay, I'm not going to turn off the oven.
Just going to leave it in there. And it got turned up to 400 near the last little bit. You don't have to do that. We were just trying to speed things along.
To speed things up.
375 until it's done. 20 minutes. Ish.
Yeah.
I mean, cook your chicken all the way through. Don't die.
Yeah.
Salmonella is bad.
Yeah.
We are making chili.
Chicken chili. Okay,
Chicken
so
chili.
what I'm going to do...
Do I need to swap with you?
Yep.
Okay. Why don't I just unplug this so I can just be completely out of the way? All right, I'm going to run over here into the corner. Okay.
So I'm going to actually drain it into the thing that we used before.
Mm-hmm.
Oop. That'll catch any extra chicken fat. Because sometimes these tend to be a little bit more on the... We're using frozen chicken breasts. So sometimes they have a little bit of fattiness to them.
Right.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I don't want it in my chili.
Right, yeah. No, we don't need to have the little extra bits of fat. And that's just a thing from frozen chicken.
Yeah.
And we get frozen chicken just because it saves for ever and we don't have to...
It's cheap. It's inexpensive.
Mm-hmm.
It's the same quality. It's inexpensive though, so. Okay.
And then we're going to go and cook the chicken some more?
Yeah.
Okay. Just take the gross bits off.
Don't watch that.
Okay.
I don't think people want to see me take off gross bits of chicken.
It's probably solid. Let me throw this away. Do we need this?
No.
Okay. We have a cat calendar. We have actually 2 of them. So we have to debate which one is the better one of the month. They are both good. The other one is, they're both black cat calendars. I forget why we have 2. I think my parents got us one, and then
I got one because I was like, we're gonna need a calendar for next year.
Yeah. I agree. I think that's the better of the 2 cat pictures. I know, I was thinking that too. It kind of looks like Elmo, right? But I think it's just like a fella.
It's a fella? He's eating Elmo?
He kind of looks like an Elmo. Don't you think?
A little bit, yeah. Like a
little
Muppet?
bit? Yeah, a little bit Muppet energy.
Sorry, almost done.
You're good. Oh, that's okay. I probably could have cleaned it at any point this week, so that's on me.
Busy working peoples. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's still, it looks like there's still a little bit of fat in there.
So you're going to strain it again?
Yeah, I'm going to strain it again when I pour it into the... We probably don't need all of it. So I'm just going... So that's about a half a cup.
Half a cup.
We might actually not need much of it. Okay, that's about a cup. So I think about a cup's worth is fine.
Okay.
Again, that's from me not making this in a long time.
Right.
I can't remember the last time we made it.
Well, last year, it was weird.
Wow, okay.
The fuck?
Just exploded.
Okay.
Actually, I could probably poke it and see if it's done.
Maybe get the meat thermometer.
Yeah. Cut it up. Okay. Yeah, probably needs a little more.
Okay.
The unofficial.
I trust your judgment on that. whip.
So chicken needs to be at 165, according to the meat thermometer. I am not.
Whip.
132. Once it slows down, if it starts slowing down, it means that it probably needs longer. Yeah, probably.
Yeah. It's not really there yet.
Not quite. Almost. It's
Okay.
like only a little bit off. Okay. So a little bit longer. Probably check the little one too. The little one might be nice. I didn't think about that. Or they might be about the same.
Can someone trans that? How? Just like you want to have your chicken cooked all the way through.
Yeah. So what I'm doing is I'm checking to see if it's cooked all the way through.
If you have a meat thermometer, it should say on the packaging what you need to get it to. For Americans, it's 165. God, I have no idea.
This converts over to Celsius too. So.
Oh, 60?
No, above 60.
Oh, it's right now at 60. 74 degrees Celsius at least. Thank you, Bootilda.
Thank you. Okay, so it's not there yet, so it needs to go back in. It's probably like 5 minutes. It'll cook a little bit faster, I think, too, with some of the excess broth out of the way. Boop. So now we're gonna stir it up.
Just make sure it doesn't burn. And we're gonna just
hang out for 5 minutes.
Hang out for 5 minutes. Alrighty.
I wouldn't sit on that. It's probably wet.
Yeah, probably. I'm just trying to get out of the way.
You're fine. You're fine. Okay.
What's a goggle? It's like Ask Jeeves.
A goggle?
Yeah, a goggle.
Like a gaggle?
Like a Google.
Like a Googles?
Get goggle. Mm-hmm. Is this a rice-friendly chili, or is it kind of like soup chili? It's closer to a soup, I think, than it is.
You could make rice to go with it. I've made Spanish rice to go with it before in the past. Which is, yeah. So you could have rice with it.
Yeah.
You could
I
put
see
it
no
over
reason why
rice.
not.
Yeah, that would be good.
All right. Well, we got 4 minutes of AMA time. So you guys got questions?
Do we have answers?
We could. I don't know.
I don't know. Do we?
Well, it depends on what the question is.
Okay.
How many pounds of garlic do you consume in a year? I would assume like a pound at most. Like, I can't assume I eat that much.
I don't know. I mean, I use a lot of garlic powder.
Which is the loudest cat? Abby. Why electric stove over gas? Because that's what the apartment complex had.
Yeah, also I don't trust gas. With Herman, he always gets on the stove.
That's true.
Turn it on.
Yeah. Do you think Gaz was at Yark's funeral? No, but he probably crashes it later. Warhammer. How many spiders does Herman eat? Who knows?
He eats spiders?
Yeah, Yark died. He's no longer in the Codex. So did Creed. Now it's his daughter. So that's cool. Gas stoves are more consistent for heat distribution, but electric ones are infinitely more convenient. Sour cream and chili? No, not in this one.
I like sour cream and chili.
Okay, she likes it.
But I don't put it in this one either.
What's the most unique canvas you've ever painted on? I always go with like square or rectangular ones.
You did the wood block ones.
Yeah, the panel ones, they're nice. But they're more expensive and harder to store. Do a triangle canvas? I wouldn't even know how to begin thinking about how to approach that. Trazen took him out? Okay. I had no idea where Yark or who killed Yark. I'm glad it's like an actually named guy. Oh, wait. Trazen took him. So Yark could come back then. That's cool.
Hey, Colin.
Yeah?
Which is faster?
Oh, no.
Which is faster?
Yeah?
Hot or cold?
Which is faster, hot or cold? Well, you told me this one the other day, but I'm going to pretend like I don't know. I don't know, sweetheart.
Hot, because
Hot.
you can catch a cold. It was a good one.
Great. Thanks.
That was part of the AMA.
Yeah.
Official AMA, which was hotter.
Chat says +2.
+2. Yeah.
What's the fastest color? I don't know. Red?
Green. Green because you go.
I don't know. I guess you go faster when... But I mean, do the cats have... do I have cat dreams? Yes. Every now and then, I'll have dreams where we have extra cats. Are induction stoves as rare as they seem in the U.S.? I see them way less often than I do here in Europe.
Okay, you have to tell me what that is.
I don't know.
What can you explain?
I think that's like the kind we had before, right?
What do you mean?
With the metal rings.
I think that's still on the left.
Extremely rare? Okay. Do I practice any sport? No.
No.
No, I am
We don't do sports in this household.
I don't go outside. I do skateboard, but I haven't been recently because it's been hot. It's a little cooler out now, so it's good.
I think that's gonna be good. Okay. I'm not gonna wait for it to yell at me.
But the chicken is cooked now. Do you need a cutting board?
Yes,
Okay.
I will need a cutting board. I got.
Don't worry about it. I got it.
I wasn't worried at all. Okay. Boop. I'll stab the chicken.
Tilda is currently cooking, and I'm being the cameraman today.
Cameraman.
So we're looking for why am I getting so hungry? Because this looks amazing.
It smells good.
It does.
I'm gonna go turn the AC back on. I
Okay.
turned it off because it was frigid.
World Championship masturbation is a thing. Yeah. Anyway,
I thought a woman won.
I don't know. I don't know as if they have like separate, depending on your downstairs mix-up.
It's really sad. Chicken, get your life together.
Yeah, it's still not one to be cooked all the way through.
Mm.
Do you want to put it in for a little bit longer?
No.
It's not up to the temperature though.
But the little one might be. And
Okay.
I'm afraid that if we cook the little one at the same rate, this one is at almost 150. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, I said you were at 150.
And
What are you doing? Why are you going down? What the fuck?
Don't worry about it.
The thermometer is broken.
Do you want to check it like manually and see if you think it looks good? I wouldn't. Don't fret about the time. People are just happy to be here.
Okay.
You know. 9 hours 57 minutes is the male record.
Ew.
That would be a lot of chafing.
That sounds like torture.
Yeah.
After a while, it doesn't sound fun. That sounds like torture.
That does sound like it sucks.
Like, ow.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah, I think I'll skip that.
Back in you go. Bitch.
I'd rather my streamers not have salmonella. Take your time. Exactly.
We're not gonna have salmonella.
Yeah. So we're just gonna put it back in for a little while longer.
Yeah. I think it's probably still a bit frozen in the center. I did try and thaw it out a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Do you want to hold this? I'm gonna go get my water. Okay. Be very careful with the Bixby button.
Who's Bixby?
The thing that turns off the string.
Oh, that bitch.
Yep.
Oh, that? Yeah, it's specifically designed so you don't put your cooking utensils directly on the stove. That's what it's for. What other recipes would you be interested in sharing? I mean, I guess it depends on what you want to see. Like, I don't have a ton of my own OG recipes.
We could learn some.
Yeah. I mean, cookies? My cookie recipe?
Yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't be able to make it if you weren't in the U.S. I will say that, though.
Right.
The only reason you wouldn't be able to make it in the U.S. is because it's you use Crisco, which is I don't know how to describe Crisco. It's
sin against God.
But it makes the best cookies.
It does, yes.
It makes the best cookies. What else do I make? I mean, I could make pie, but that's kind of a wrestle to get everything together, and it is a lot of sitting and waiting. So, that's a thing.
Solid vegetable oil.
Yeah, but butter Crisco. So, I mean, I guess it technically is fat. Okay, you have it. It's vegetable shortening. Okay, yeah, there's a butter Crisco, which makes really good cookies. Holds up really well. I'm trying to think of what else. It's weird when you're like asking somebody like, hey, what do you normally make for dinner? Like, I don't know how to eat anymore. I mean, I don't do as much cooking as I have in the past, mostly because work is a lot. Yeah, so we cooking. I like baking. A lot of the baking I've done recently have just been like box, like cake and stuff. So, any recipes I'd like to learn to make? Actually, yeah, there's, I know this is weird, but, like, so every year for Christmas, my grandma would make popcorn balls, which is essentially, like, molasses and popcorn. And that might be fun.
Sure.
It's very, like, Depression era food, but, like, they're so good. Like, very good. I need to get her recipe, though, because it does sound like it's just molasses and popcorn, but it is so good. It's like addicting.
American moment? Sure.
American moment? Is that an American moment?
Every now and then chat will say that. It's either because they just haven't had good things or because it is an American moment.
Oh, I think like it's like Depression era food though.
Yeah, it's one of those weird ones.
It's one of those like it's an old timey kind of like you only have it once a year kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. I want to try that ice cream cake that we saw.
Yeah, that sounded cool.
Yeah. You just, like, use ice cream to make regular cake because it's got, like, the cream and the sugar already in it.
You have to use, like, Haagen-Dazs.
Yeah, like actual, ice cream.
Like, you can read the ingredients and go, I know what cream is, and sugar and milk and eggs. Like,
right.
It's got to be very, like, basic.
Right, that's why Haagen-Dazs is the thing for it.
Yeah. I think his name is Dylan Hollins.
Yeah. Is he on TikTok or what is that?
He's
Instagram?
on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. He's on all the platforms because who isn't? And he
me.
you Grandpa.
Yeah.
And he finds old cookbooks and then makes stuff out of them. And some of them are like literally cookbooks from the Depression era.
Right. The dude who makes the old recipes, yeah.
Yeah.
So it'll be like, half the time it's cursed, the other half of the time it's like weirdly
potatoes. Good. It's a lot of potatoes.
A lot of potatoes, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
H-E-B ice cream has milk and cream and such. I don't know how much other recipe or stuff is in it.
It's got to have like the very bare minimum.
Right. None of the weird added crap.
You can't have additives and stuff like that. I mean, I'm assuming it can't have additives, but also that recipe is an old recipe when things might not have had additives. So that's
right.
probably why he also used Haagen-Dazs as well. Because
right.
it's just very basic.
Mm-hmm.
You should make bread.
Yeah, it's been a minute since I've made bread.
Colin makes really good bread. Like, really good bread.
Mm.
I feel like the things I can't make are bread and pies.
You make awesome pies. What are you talking?
No. I've never made a fruit pie that has been worth a damn. You've also never had one that I've made because I can't do it. It's hard. It's harder than it seems. Those are the two things I can't make.
Okay, well, I like your cheese pie.
That sounds gross.
Okay,
when you say that.
I'm sorry.
That sounds gross.
You're making it weird.
You're making it weird.
I'm not making it. I just said that I like the dessert you make.
Pumpkin cheesecake?
Yeah, pumpkin cheesecake, yeah.
Cheese pie sounds dirty.
Okay, well, it's more pie-shaped, isn't it?
I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
Okay, well, I think it tastes good. And that is pie-shaped.
You're doubling down.
I'm not wrong, though.
Ah! Oh, it's so hot in the kitchen.
It's very warm in
It's
here.
very warm in here. I turned the AC back on. I'm going to stand like right here for a second because I'm wearing fleece pants.
Yeah, well, it is like, it's not... Does it taste round, Dr. Spamma, your band?
What?
Mike was arguing the other day, it was like a couple months ago, that water has no taste.
Do you know what bad water tastes like, though?
Yeah, water has taste, right?
It does. You just don't register it as taste because it's...
Right. But he was saying it has no taste at all, and he's like, what's the taste then? And I'm like, it's a pretty basic taste. There's not a lot to it. And then he was like, describe it. And I'm like, round.
Round.
Water is round. Water tastes round. Warm water? It's got a very round taste to it. Like
Banned.
what?
Banned.
You can't ban me from my own stream. Is lava wet? Yeah.
Yeah. It's wet rocks. Did you know that glass is a liquid?
Yeah, I think.
I mean, solid glass is also a liquid.
The fuck?
Yeah.
No, it cannot be.
Yes, it can.
But
Glass is liquid.
No, it's solid.
Glass is liquid.
This is very solid.
It's technically liquid.
I can't drink it.
It's technically liquid.
Okay, well, cheaters are technically dogs.
Cheaters?
Cheetahs.
Cheaters?
Cheaters.
Cheaters are dergs.
Cheaters are dergs. Because they don't have retractable claws, which is a thing that cats have to have.
But they're not in the same family as dogs.
Yeah, but they're dogs. I love you.
I love you too. Alright, that chicken better be done.
Glass is an anamorphous solid. It's not a liquid because the molecules move too slow.
But old houses, sometimes their windows, you know how they get warped?
Yeah.
It's because it's liquid.
I see. So it's just moving very slow but faster than a solid? I think that's what chat's saying.
This chicken better be done.
Isn't that a hyenas?
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 Yeah, I tried to read hyena and felines at the same time, and it almost came out weird. Hyenas.
Hyenas.
Hyenas. Yeah, Mike is wrong about a lot of things, but it's fine. We disagree on some stuff like water.
Why? What do they say water tastes like?
He says that water tastes like nothing, and I'm like...
Like mineral?
He just doesn't think it has any taste at all. And he's like, well, that's the impurities in it. I'm like, okay, Sure.
Yeah, but you're not going to drink distilled water because it has no impurities in it.
Yeah.
You shouldn't drink distilled water because
I guess that's the I guess that's the difference. Is distilled water is a different thing than regular water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But
see?
you also shouldn't drink it because it takes the minerals out of your body.
Yeah. So Mike is wrong.
What?
And
What?
Mike thinks that filtered tap water has no taste, and he's insane for that. He needs to go to someplace else aside from where he lives.
Yeah!
Yay! It's not raw in the middle.
It wasn't raw in the middle before. Okay, that was...
Mike is right. You're tasting the impurities and ions in the water. You are wrong because you're banned.
Isn't that an abuse of power?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to just start with one.
Okay.
And I'm just going to cut it into chunks. Make sure it's nice and separated.
He's right that what the taste is, but he's wrong that filtering water removes it. Yeah, he needs to just drink some, like, what'd you say it was called?
What?
The water you're not supposed to drink?
Distilled water? No, you never should drink distilled water.
Yeah, but if he thinks it has no taste, then that's the thing.
No, that's dangerous.
Okay.
Like, you can't...
Well, maybe we tell him that, like, you can't drink pure water because it's, you know, dangerous.
I'm just going to slide that in. Chip.
There's still minerals and stuff in the tap water. Yeah, they put stuff in the water. Make it the frogs gay.
Who's doing what then?
They're making the frogs gay with the stuff they're putting in the water.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's exciting.
Right?
It's a little bit of broth, so I just dumped it in.
Water tastes gay. Okay.
What?
You shouldn't drink salt water either. Okay, how about I just drink water from the tap? Like a normal person do. What's wrong with distilled water? It
has no minerals.
So it tries to suck the minerals out of you.
Out of you. Makes a very squishy sound. Into the pot.
Maca S American tap water. Yeah, well, I mean, like, you know, we live in Austin, not Flint, Michigan, so our water is, like, actually taken care of.
Until it's not, and then we have to boil our water.
Oh, right, yeah, that's the thing. You cannot legally take ducks from the park, but that shouldn't stop you.
Just imagining a van pulling up and it just says free bread on the side.
Yeah.
Hey, ducks.
Hey, ducks.
Actually, you shouldn't give bread to ducks. Grapes.
Yeah, grapes, not bread.
Hey, ducks, I got some grapes for you. Got some sweet grapes. Okay. Chicken is all cut.
Take a pigeon.
Just pick one up. Take them. They're free. And we're going to stir it.
I want a pigeon. Go outside and get one. They're free. Free pigeons outside.
Yeah, because they don't carry disease at all.
But they're free.
Mm.
You get what you pay for.
So is COVID.
Okay, well.
Smells good.
It does smell good. The government doesn't want you to know this one simple trick.
Pigeons are free.
Pigeons are free.
You can just have one.
You can just have as many as you want.
Yeah, that's not a problem at all.
Yeah, fun fact, the water situation in Flint is still not fixed. Yep.
Yeah. Yep. That is not a fun fact. That is a sad fact.
Yeah, actually, that's the opposite of fun.
Ta-da! Okay. So I turned it down when the chicken was still being cooked. So it is actually very hot because even though the temperature was down, it was like lightly boiling.
Gotcha.
Da-da-da.
Doesn't Mike Tyson have rooftop pigeons?
I mean, you can breed pigeons and stuff, and I've heard that as a thing.
Right.
That's a thing that you can do. Yeah.
But you could get your own starter pack of pigeons.
Yeah.
Just keep grabbing some.
Yeah, actually, people do that.
Hella.
Yeah. And you can breed different kinds and get different, like, variants of color and stuff.
Free pigeons.
I forget where I learned that. Da-da-da. Chicken chili. Done.
Hooray! It's done.
It is done, so now we can turn it off. Pull it off the heat. I'm not gonna slide that. Oh, off, not hot.
Hooray!
Lunch is done.
You did it.
Lurch.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say.
I don't know.
Try it.
Yeah.
So let's try it.
Sure.
It's been a minute, and I didn't really taste it as we were doing it.
Looks very good.
Okay. Fancy bowls.
Fancy bowls.
Yeah. So it does have like a little bit more of a soupy consistency. But yeah, you could put it over rice. That would be good.
Yeah. I think one big scoop like that is probably enough for me for now.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll go back for seconds probably.
Fork?
Yes, please.
Cool.
Thank you.
I like to eat everything with a food shovel, so that's what I'm going to get.
Hot.
Yep, it's going to be very hot.
Like you?
That chicken is at 165 degrees Fahrenheit.
Hooray.
Made me wait, damn it.
It's good. You have to rate it 10 out of 10.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm a little scared because I haven't made it in a minute. It actually tastes better when it sits overnight too. It's like
Agreed. It is kind of like better the second day. Like a goulash. It is poggers. You should make some orthogonal caster. It's all like, you know, fairly easy to get stuff. Like I said, like most of it you can get from the dollar store, excluding the wine and the chicken. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get everything from the dollar store except for the wine and the chicken and
Yeah, I would probably skip the dollar store chicken.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it's like about $20 to make. Maybe a little less.
And it's like a lot.
A lot of food. You can get a small package of chicken. I just use frozen chicken because that's what we have on hand.
Not a thing that people cook here. Well, teach them. Now you have this recipe.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Rev, there are 1 hot chicks in your area, 0.1 feet from you. Click here for info. It's true. That's you.
What? If you have flirting with your wife, with Rev flirting with his wife on your bingo card, check it now.
Yeah. You're cute.
I want people to make bingo cards for you.
Yeah.
I think that would be really funny.
I've seen people do it for other streamers, but yeah, definitely like Warhammer and me talking about how much I love my wife because you're cute.
Abby screaming would be.
Yeah, Abby screaming should be another one.
Cats are actually very well behaved, which is kind of odd.
Yeah, I mean they came over for a bit, but but yeah, why don't we go and wrap this up and then sit and have a food together? Okay. Well, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for teaching us how to make chili.
Yeah.
Yay. Chili. Mine. All right. I love you, sweetheart.
Love you.
I'll see you later. Okay. Bye. End? Yes, I want to end.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I can't